Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. How good to see you. I love you. Wow. Just know that we're all on this amazing, heroic journey, right? It's it's amazing to be alive. It's amazing to be human. It's magnificent to um, know and experience that our humanity is divinity, and we can open up more and more to the divinity within us moment to moment. And begins with our breath. So let's just begin with our breath as we always do. As we just notice this breath arising from nothing in every breath, this breath that could only be God's breath, living and breathing within me, within you. And so just say it out loud. I am the breath of God. I am that. And in the stillness of our breath, notice that it is our breath that carries the sound. Whatever sound within us, it is on the winds of our breath. Like life is so magnificent. It's so alive. And I know for myself, I can get so distracted, and it can be easy to forget that we're so held in this love that breathes us, that is us, no matter what's happening around us. Um, so our breath is that quietness, and it's not there's really no place for chatter in our breath. And I've been thinking about all of creation speaking to us lately. And all of creation does not speak to us in the chatter, in the loud noises of our mind. There's just no space because our mind, the mind loops and all of the everything that's going round and round and round is so loud that um we I don't it's just so difficult to just like silence it and just move into our breath where we can feel our heartbeat. So this morning, I was as I woke up, I think every morning is different, right? We wake up feeling differently every morning. And this morning, I lay there just feeling, I don't know, just kind of like this unrest, a tension. I didn't really know. Like I checked inside because, and I'm sharing this actually, so that um, maybe it will help you listen to all of creation because it's all of creation here helping us create the life we want to live. That's just really the truth. It isn't what's going around and around in our mind trying to figure something out or anyone else out. It's just like, okay, I am here now and I'm feeling this, unrest. It wasn't awful, but I just like, when our heart is open, it just feels so good. Like we're settled, we're safe, there's an inner joy. Like that's just where joy lives, is inside the recesses of our sacred heart. And so when there's a little bit of turbulence, you know, it's kind of like we like to feel good. So the place to feel good is inside of our heart. So that's my, I lay there and I'm just like, okay, I want to feel my heart. I want to move into that space where I feel open and safe, not turbulence. And so it's not judging anything that's happening. I mean, I think it's really good to notice like, huh, I wonder what that feeling is all about. But sometimes I don't know, we don't know, and I don't think that it's necessary. I don't feel like it's necessary that we have to dig and dig and dig and like, oh, what is this? It's just like if nothing really comes to mind and you're not feeling this um nudge or this pull to go deeper, it's like, okay, I just help me open. So I laid there this morning and I just had this thought, my drum. And I'm like, so it's like 5:15 or something in the morning. Like the sun hasn't quite risen yet. It's starting to, the dawn is starting to break. And I'm like, oh, it's so cozy in my bed. And yeah. And so the more I was with that, it was like, yeah, I do want to go play my drum. Yes, I do want to get out of bed. And that just like that song, like come play, come play. And so I got up and I took my drum, my rattle and the drum beater and just started rattling down to I walked down the path to the my sacred favorite place really is the labyrinth spot where we're going to be building the labyrinth. I think this year. Anyway, but I just was rattling and then I just started singing and I just let whatever comes out of my mouth, whatever tones, whatever it is, like there's no actual words. It's just this the song that rises deep within. And so I'm rattling all around wherever my rattle wants to go, And um and then I got onto that labyrinth spot and I just circled it and I looked to the west and the sun was rising and I am all the while feeling so much better. Like there's no mind spin. There's just like, I'm just so in this moment of being, with my drum, with the rattle. And then it was like, I took the drum beater and started just drumming, just a drum beat of my heart. Like it felt so good to just be in resonance with the heartbeat of Mother Earth, my own heart. And I began to walk on the land and beyond, like there's this open meadow pasture, and I had planted a tree, for my husband. And so I walked over there and I was just drumming um, and it felt so good to be so grounded and to walk over to his tree and see the buds and just newness of life, brand new life. And so I'm telling you this um, because as I was in the moment, I was listening to whatever was within me that was moving me. I wasn't like, oh, I've got to do something. Oh, tell me what to do next. Oh, it was like, no, I was so enjoying being and not like I need to do this because I was feeling so unsettled and just help me feel like that had disappeared completely. And all I did was just listen to that nudge this morning. Like I could have just said, no, I'm just going to lay here. It's really, really comfortable. And I've done that before. And then the more I lay there, the more like, oh, I've got to get up. And so, our heart keeps knocking. It really does. But anyway, this morning was just like, okay, I got this. I'm doing this. So, so then, I felt complete, uh, just drumming and singing and watching the sunrise, and it was so beautiful, and I felt so good. And then I came inside, and as I was coming inside, it was like, get your boots on and go walk the borders of the property. And I mean, it was just a thought. So when I say I heard, it's just like these thoughts that are really clear, like, so go do that. And it was like, that sounds so good. I don't know that I've ever walked the entire borders of this property. And so I got my boots on and started walking up. I mean, it's kind of an incline. It is an incline, but it kind of goes curves and ups and until you get to the corner and then it crosses over. And anyway, it's like 10 acres here, so it's a little ways. And so, but as I was going, I mean, the terrain was kind of rough and there was um grass that had dried and kind of in the way. I kind of had to pave a path. There you go. And but as I began to incline up, I turned around and I looked at the view, and it was a very different view, obviously, than when I'm here. And I would go a few more paces and I would turn and look. And every time I looked at the same thing, like the same part of this side of the house and that side of the property and that over there, every time I took steps further up the incline and further ahead and looked at the view was very, very different. It was far more expansive the higher I got, and every step that I took. And so I thought, wow, if we just keep taking the steps, we don't have to figure it out. Just listen to that nudge. And yes, it's an incline and it's okay. Look at the view. And every time you have the courage to take another step forward, turn and look at the newness of the view. It was so beautiful. And um, then as I was going, because I'm having this drum making event in July, that's on my mind too. Um, just, I mean, things will pop in. So I'm walking this trail, like just along the fence line, inside the fence line. And all of a sudden, I saw in my mind's eye just a whole train of us with our new drums drumming the borders of this property, this sacred land that is so precious. I'm not the only one, I promise. It really does have a frequency that is an amazing portal. And when this worldwide crystal blessing labyrinth is built on this property, it is going to be the most miraculous miracle vortex ever. So I guess my point is like as I imagined our train, our group of participants in this drum making event this year, just walking the borders of the property and drumming with the heartbeat of Mother Earth as we bless and consecrate this land, each other, our dreams, our healing, our our everything that makes our heart sing, and grounding it in to the center of the earth and letting it arise with the crystals, the amplification of our crystal DNA matched with the crystals on the labyrinth, which, we're going to do that. on this event. But anyway, so that my heart was singing. And back to my point, it's just all of creation is always speaking to us, okay? So it's not loud noises. And it's not like I gotta look for this. It's so subtle, which so back to when I was drumming on the labyrinth this morning, the labyrinth spot. I all of this sudden, like out of the blue, two geese just started circling around me. And, it was super touching to me. But that was all of creation speaking to me. So everything, the animals, the blades of grass that are different shades of green in every blade, the trees that are just now starting to bud. They still look like naked foundations, but they're just about ready to burst into life. And just so much is always, always speaking to us if we are listening, if we are awake to seeing what's here, what's under our feet, what just landed on our arm, what cloud just, is ahead of us. I, um, where, when you feel your heart open, when you see something or hear something, that's all of creation speaking to you. So I hope that you know how loved you are, how seen you are, how heard you are, how felt you are, how we are all walking each other home in the same love, the same love. And we're all equal here. We're all equal here. And we get to drum the drum beats of our heart and keep taking the next step forward. I, for some reason, so I'm just going to say what thoughts kept coming to me today, this morning too, that doesn't relate to it necessarily, but maybe kind of. So we get a lot of lightning storms here, a lot of wind, a lot of lightning, it seems. Anyway, so yesterday was really nice, and then all of a sudden the clouds really went away. It was just like this dark gray, almost black sky, and it was like obviously a storm was coming in, and the lightning and the thunder cracked, and it's there's something so powerful about that. And as a kid, I used to scare me to death. It was like, oh my goodness. I had all kinds of thoughts like, oh no, the Lord is coming and I'm not going to be ready. And it's like, oh, that fear stuff. Oh my gosh, can we just like erase that? That just like stop that. You are God in human form. You are absolute love, and you don't have to say anything to be who you already are. Just saying. Okay, so we get to open up into the love that we are and the power of the lightning. So, what I was thinking about this morning is that, it seems like lightning comes from the sky down. Like it's coming, in some ways, it's coming out of nowhere. And then we hear the thunder cracking. The truth is that the lightning is actually arising from the earth and meeting the energy from the clouds. And that creates the light. So there's this um, negative charge from the clouds, I believe it is, and then the positive charge from the earth itself rises to meet, and that creates the lightning. The positive charge from the earth meets the negative charge, and that causes the lightning. So things aren't as they appear. They're just not. And our power, the positive charge in us is deep within us, the center of the center of the center of our being. And from the center of the earth, like Mother Earth is here to help us, to hold us, to rise with the positive charge, no matter what is coming at us, no matter what it seems like came out of the blue, no matter what. It is the positive charge arising from Mother Earth, arising from us that is meeting the negative charge that is causing the lightning. And lightning is light. Lightning is powerful. And so I I hope that helps if you're just feeling like, well, I don't even, just kind of bounced around like a ping pong ball. It's like, no, you literally get to ground into the earth and allow the positive charge from Mother Earth to rise up within you as your breath. And from the center of you, let it radiate out and meet any negative charge coming down, and it will transform your entire moment, your entire day, and moment to moment changes day to day, changes week to week, changes month to month. So, being in this present moment, in an open inner joy, like there's a, it's like we're not like happy, ha ha ha. That's not what I mean. I mean a deep peace, a calm that is beyond understanding, that has this inner joy that is living in this world but not of it. And no matter what the hurricane is, no matter what the thunderstorm is, that your positive charge within you, that is in with all of us, like we are all of Mother Earth, like it's there to help us to move through whatever, and we can, and we are, and I love you. So, yes, until next week, um, hold your precious heart, hold your heart, love all of you, love all that is. It just reminds me of Byron Katie. It's just like loving what is, whatever is. Um, we get to just be in it and move from the center of the center. So I will see you next week, and all my love. Bye bye.